Alright everybody, another week, another weekly pick'em. How are you guys doing? I'm Buddy Strange, this is StrangeVoodooTV, and I'm feeling good today. So let's get into this thing. First off, my win of the week is going to be the Denver Broncos. They absolutely slaughtered the Cardinals 45-10. I predicted them to win, but no one could have predicted that. 45-10, Mike McCoy fired, and just everything was just oof for the Cardinals. That was a huge win for the Broncos. On defense, they were just handling the Cardinals. On offense, they need to improve, but still really good behind the legs of Philip Lindsay and the arm of Emmanuel Sanders. They got it done, and that was a very impressive win for the Broncos. Definitely the win of the week. For the loss of the week, it is going to be the Philadelphia Eagles, as many of you probably could have predicted. They were up 17-0. Carolina came back 21 unanswered points and won the game 21-17 over the Eagles. Yeah, the Eagles just crumbled. They're a far cry from the Super Bowl winning team of just last year. They have players injured, some players left, and yeah, for some reason this team is not getting the job done. Probably because they aren't underdogs, and that's what they needed to win. Yeah, loss of the week for sure. Alright everybody, now the players of the week, SVTV's players of the week. First off, on offense, we got Patrick Mahomes yet again making another appearance. It was either him or Emmanuel Sanders. Patrick Mahomes, 4 touchdowns. Definitely offensive player of the week. Alright, on the defensive side, Aaron Donald is going to get it. It was either him or Von Miller, but Aaron Donald, 4 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and a fumble recovery, and 9 tackles. Yeah, you're going to get defensive player of the week any week if you get those stats. Alright, special teams player of the week is going to be Giorgio Tavecchio, and he's actually a newly signed kicker for the Falcons since Matt Bryant went down. Apparently, I didn't even know it till I turned the game on, and Tavecchio was kicking for him. It kind of surprised me. To be completely honest, I still thought he was kicking for the Raiders, but it shouldn't surprise me that Gruden got rid of such a good kicker. But that guy scoring 11 points, that I thought it was going to be a better game for the Falcons, but Giorgio Tavecchio definitely kept him in it and definitely won the game for him, scoring 11 of 24 points. That's huge. And yeah, he's definitely a big reason why they won, so have to give it to him here. Offensive Rookie of the Week, it's going to be Carry On Johnson. Carry on, my wayward Johnson. Keep calm and carry on, Johnson. Yeah, he definitely balled out this week. 158 yards, and yeah, that's at least 2 times that I know of that he's gotten over 100 yards, and the Lions have not gotten over 100 yards till this season, till he did it himself. And now the Lions have a rushing attack, and I'd watch out. I'd watch out, especially with the Bears going from first to worst. Yeah, that division's interesting. And the Packers are, iffy week in and week out, and they have to play the Rams and the Patriots. So I'd watch out for that division and the Lions. I'd keep an eye on it. Anyway, the defensive Rookie of the Week is going to be Bradley Chubb yet again, coming in for his 2nd week in a row. He got 2 sacks, a forced fumble. This guy was a dominant force on a dominant defense that just dominated the Cardinals all day, or I guess all night. So yeah, he's going to get it here yet again, and the way he factors in is just huge for that defense, especially with Von Miller on the other side. Yeah, definitely opens them up for a big attack, as predicted anyway. Alright, that does it for the players of the week. Let's get into these picks. First off, we've got Thursday Night Football, Miami versus Texans. Miami, a loss against the Lions, who we just told you to worry about. But before that, beating the Bears, which that's it doesn't match up in my head. But anyway, they did it. And the Texans coming off a 3-game win streak, and I think they do it here again. I think their defense will overwhelm Brock Osweiler, who I know is starting this week. I still don't know why Ryan Tannehill's out. I don't think anyone does, not even Ryan Tannehill or Adam Gase. But anyway, no, Deshaun Watson and that offense is going to dominate the defense of the Miami Dolphins, I think, here. And I think they win no problem, 35-16 over the Dolphins. Alright, now starting on the Sunday slate of games, we got the Eagles versus Jaguars, and this one is going to be London. Both teams coming off bad losses, but I'm going to have to pick Jaguars here. Wembley Stadium is more of a home to the Jacksonville Jaguars than Jacksonville is to the Jacksonville Jaguars. So much so that Shad Khan tried to buy Wembley Stadium. I mean, it's crazy. Not to move the team there. The deal fell through anyway. It doesn't matter. But I think the Jaguars win over the Eagles here. And I think it's close, but I think they do it 27-24 over the Eagles. All right, next up, Ravens versus Panthers. Ravens with a top-tier defense this year. Panthers coming off a strong win, and they're going to be at home, so it's going to be a tough one. But I'm going to go Ravens here based on their defense. I think their defense is built to stop Cam Newton, Christian McCaffrey here, and I don't think the Panthers can, on the reverse side of that, fully stop a Joe Flacco, Lamar Jackson combo. Now, this is the game where I think Lamar Jackson really shines. For some reason, I have it in my gut. I think they're going to use him a lot this game. Wildcat, different situations. It could be him lined at wide receiver, coming off, taking a reverse, and throwing to Joe Flacco or whoever. I don't know. I feel it's going to be a good game from Lamar Jackson. He may score a couple touchdowns, not just one. He scored his first one this past week. I think he scores, I'm going to call 2, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's 3. Okay, anyway, and it could be I'm not just saying rushing, it could be passing. He could score his first passing touchdown too this week. Look for it. But anyway, I'm going to say the Ravens win 24-13 over the Panthers this week. Jets versus Bears, no competition for me. It's going to be the Bears. Their defense will absolutely slam Sam Darnold to the ground. Khalil Mack is going to take over this game. And if he doesn't, Danny Trevathan and Roquan Smith and Leonard Floyd will take over the game. And if they don't, Akeem Hicks will take over the game. And if he doesn't, then Kyle Fuller will take over the game. And if he doesn't, Mitch Trubisky, Allen Robinson, Tariq Cohen, Jordan Howard, Trey Burton are going to take over the game for the defense. It's just going to, I think, no question in my mind. I mean, this definitely could be an upset game. They've happened all year long, but here I think the Bears win it, and I think they do it 31-9 over the Jets. I'm confident in the Bears this week. All right, Buccaneers versus Bengals. Here I'm going to have to go Bengals. Yeah, they got slammed against the Chiefs, and the Buccaneers barely won against the Browns. No one wanted to win that game. I was shocked how that one ended, especially their kicker missing, and then getting that long field. That was crazy. I was doing exactly what Baker Mayfield was doing on the sidelines in my own seat. It was crazy. That was absolutely insane. But I'm going to have to go Bengals here because I think they're going to be too much of an offense for that Bucs defense, and I think that defense is going to be too much for Jameis Winston, who didn't have himself a good game anyway, as I said he wouldn't, and I don't think he does here either, and I think the Bengals win 38-14 over the Buccaneers in this game. All right, Seahawks versus Lions. This one is very interesting. Damon Snacks just got traded to the Lions. This will be his first game. Kerryon Johnson, they found a running game with him. Matthew Stafford throwing to Golden Tate. Marvin Jones. Although Russell Wilson can do some stuff, and they have a good running game as well, and that's what the Lions have struggled against. But again, they've got Damon Snacks Harrison. I'm going to call Lions at home. It's at home, and I think if it was in Seattle, I think that would make a huge difference. I probably would have gone Seattle, but it's going to be in the Dome. It's going to be a tough one, and I think it probably will be close. I'm going to say 26-24 Lions in this one, and I wouldn't be surprised if Seattle won, but I have a gut feeling Lions are gonna win this one. All right, Broncos versus Chiefs. Broncos coming off a huge win, but so are the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs got a little jealous and wanted a 45-10 score as well. They saw the Broncos get it, and they were like, nah, we're gonna get 45-10. We're gonna show them. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have to go Chiefs here like I did last time. I wouldn't be surprised if Broncos won, but again, it's in Kansas City. If it was in Denver, I'd be a little bit more lenient, but there is no way I think Broncos come into Kansas City and win, unless they just pull trick play after trick play like they did this last week, and their defense if their defense plays like they did this past week, I would watch out if I were Kansas City. But yeah, I don't know. Pat Mahomes is hot. Kareem Hunt is absolutely playing out of his mind right now. There isn't a defensive back who could stop Tyreek Hill getting past him, and yeah, I'm gonna have to go Chiefs 28-17 over the Broncos. All right, we've got the Redskins versus Giants, and Redskins are hot, Giants are not. They just traded away their best run defender and quite possibly their best cornerback in Eli Apple to the Saints. And yeah, they're in turmoil right now. Redskins are seeing a rejuvenated Adrian Peterson out of the backfield, just playing out of his mind, and Alex Smith controlling games as good as ever right now. And even with a somewhat lackluster wide receiver group, they're still getting it done. I think one of the big factors in this game is going to be Jordan Reed from the tight end position. And yeah, with Giants trading away Damon Harrison, I think Adrian Peterson might have himself a day as well. Saquon Barkley, I think, will do well in this game, but not well enough, as the Redskins, I think, will win 24-9 over the Giants. All right, the Browns versus the Steelers, the rematch of this season. This one will be interesting. I do think the Steelers come out on top in this one. The Browns coming off a devastating loss to the Buccaneers. The Steelers coming off some pretty good games. I think it will be close yet again, but due to that Cleveland Browns defense, I think they'll keep them in the game, and I think this one is going to be close again. It may even go in overtime. Watch it going over. That would be insane if the Browns went in over. The Browns, I know this has been a stat since like weeks 5 or 6. The Browns have finished in every single way possible you can in one season. They've won in overtime, they've lost in overtime. They've won in regulation, they've lost in regulation. They've tied. That's absolutely insane. Anyway, enough of that sidetrack. I think these Steelers win 27-24 on a last-minute field goal, whether it be in overtime or regulation. You know what? I'm going to even call it. It dinks off the upright and still goes in. Bingo. Nailed it. It's going to happen. All right, next up, we've got the Colts versus the Raiders. The Colts coming off a dominating game against the Bills, and the Raiders coming off a bye which beat them 37-6 in a absolute rout. Anyway, you know what? Before we get into who's going to win this game, I just want to say a theory I have about the Raiders. They just traded away Mark Cooper. Well, they traded him to the Cowboys for a first, which isn't bad. But anyway, they've traded away a Mark Cooper. They've let go of Crabtree. They traded away Khalil Mack, getting rid of all these players. And I have this theory that John Gruden was so mad that he got traded to the Buccaneers, 19 years ago, 20 to 19 years ago. He's so mad that he's coming in and dismantling the Raiders for everything. You know what? Hey, no, you never know. You never know. I'm just joking. Probably not. He's trying his best. Hey, and with 5 first-round picks in the next 2 years, and possibly another one if they trade Derek Carr to Miami or whatever, or Jacksonville, you never know. They may even get a Khalil Mack in the draft. No. The real thing is they're trying to accumulate picks to get Khalil Mack back from the Bears. That's my ultimate prediction. Now, anyway, I think the Colts are going to win. They're going to come into Oakland, and yeah, it's not going to be a good day for the Raiders. I think the Colts win 41-13 over the Raiders. Yep, I think Andrew Luck has himself a day. T.Y. Hilton is back, Marlon Mack is back, and he's running really well right now. Their defense is playing out of their mind. Darius Leonard is having himself an absolute beast of a season as a rookie. And yeah, I don't see how the Raiders will win this one. And I think the Colts will be back-to-back big weeks, which will be big for them. All right, the 49ers versus Cardinals in the toilet bowl of a game. In this one, I think the 49ers win. They've been close in a couple games. They have one of the top rushing offenses this season. The Cardinals just getting shellacked by the Broncos, and I don't see how they'll win. Their confidence, I think, took a huge hit. They fired their offensive coordinator, which might actually provide a spark depending on who enters that position. I'm not sure who has yet, but I still think no matter what, who takes it over, whatever happens. And I'm sorry for such a class act in Larry Fitzgerald. I think the 49ers will get it here, and I think they'll do it. And I think they'll do it 16-7 over the Cardinals. All right, the Packers versus the Rams. Right now, I think the Rams will get it, but I don't know. Will this be the trap game for the Rams? Will the Packers get it? Packers have been iffy so far this season, but the Rams, at some point, I don't think they're going 16-0. Whether they get beat by the Chiefs later in the season or whether the Packers take them out now is the question to me. Man, this is going to be a tough one. Well, this could be a definite trap game. I would not be surprised if the Packers come in to LA and beat the Rams to everybody's surprise. I mean, just like I said in the Chiefs-Patriots game, my gut is going Rams, my heart is going Packers, and my mind's saying, fuck it, it's going to be a tie. You know what? Just like then, I said the Patriots would knock off the Chiefs, and that was their first loss, and it happened. And I'm getting the same feeling now that I did then. So you know what? I'm going to go Packers here over the Rams. I think the Packers come into LA, and they beat the Rams, giving the Rams the first loss of the season. And again, I would not be surprised if the Rams just totally shellac the Packers here, but god dang, I think it's going to be the Packers, and I'm going the Packers, and I'm going to say, and I think they win it 31-28 over the Rams in LA, giving the Rams their first loss of the season. Okay, upset prediction of the week in the bag. And also, the Packers are coming off a bye, which I think is huge for them as well. The Rams aren't, so I think that might be a huge factor as well in this game. All right, let's get to the Saints vs. Vikings. Sunday Night Football. Both of them coming off big wins. One of them coming off kind of a lucky win, being that Justin Tucker missed the extra point and gave the Saints the game. Damn kicker's curse, the commentator kicker curse strikes yet again. It happened 3 times that I counted this past weekend. 3 times: the Cowboys game, the Chiefs game, and the Saints game. So yeah, that was a big thing this weekend. I tweeted some about it, but I think the Saints win the divisional round matchup here. I think Stephon Diggs does not have another miracle in him, and I think the Saints win it. Although I think Adam Thielen does get another 100-yard game here, I think the Saints win. I think Drew Brees is too on fire this season to not get this one in the bag, and I think they win it 24-14 over the Vikings. All right, Monday Night Football. Whew. Ouch. What if this is another Bills just absolutely going off type of game, and just like the Vikings before and the Titans, they just get a win here? That would be crazy, but I don't think so. I think the Patriots get it, and I think they get it pretty convincingly here, 35-14 over the Bills. But there you go. That is this week's picks. Here, I'll scroll through them for you so you can see. Pause at your leisure. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed bringing it to you. If you did, hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It would be much appreciated if you did. Comment anything below, especially if it has anything to do with the picks. I'd love to know your opinion, where you think I went wrong, where you think I went right, and why. If you'd like to join my weekly pick'em, link is in the description below to do that. I would love to have you join our group, and I would love to play against you. But anyway, as always, I'm Buddy Strange. This is StrangeVoodooTV. As always, I'm Buddy Strange. This is StrangeVoodooTV. Keep it strange, people. I'll see you in the next one, and peace out.